Welcome back to another episode of Was It Poppin'. Today we're gonna be doing the exclusive breakdown, including spoilers about Doctor Strange 2, the Multiverse of Madness. So let's head into it. So first thing we're gonna see is we're gonna look at the storyline plot of the movie. The storyline and plot of the movie, it was very dark and I did not expect it to be this dark and horror. I love it. Sam Raimi, my man, he brought it. He brought it all the crazy aspects from Green Goblin in the Spider-Man movies. You bet that he brought it into this movie. So and then we also see the new characters that were being introduced. America Chavez, which is the main person who basically can open portals by punching, and it's like a star. God, I don't know whether that was original power or not, but from what I heard in the comics, Doctor Strange could open multiversal. Miss Marvel did not have much power because Captain Marvel was more powerful. And if I'm not mistaken, opening up new the portals between each Earth, it's totally created by the MCU. Not even in the comics, but it's the MCU. MCU is the MCU. And then we also look at in this movie, Sorcerer Supreme. We all thought Doctor Strange was Sorcerer Supreme, but as we've seen in No Way Home, Wong is still Sorcerer Supreme, and it was kind of crazy seeing Wong leading all the attacks on Kamatage, everything on his own, because it's Wong and Doctor Strange. Wong's the librarian from the Kamatage, and now he's Sorcerer Supreme. So what has our world come to? What has our world come to, boys? And then we also are introduced to another variant of Defender Strange in the first part, where we see this alien was trying to kill America Chavez to get the Book of Shanti. We'll get into that a bit more later. So Defender Strange, a bit of a douche. I mean, he kinda defended America Chavez, but then he was like, okay, this thing is gonna kill me, I wanna live and I can use her power better than she can. So he tried absorbing Chavez's power, but if he absorbs his power, she will die. But she somehow got emotional, broke a portal, and she disappeared. So basically she escaped and his dead body was found, and then this portal goes back into our world. I don't know whether it's our world, but not really our world. It's called Avengers world. Avengers world, not our world. Avengers is not real life, but the Avengers world. Okay, so this creature comes. Wong, Doctor Strange go fights him. They find Defender Strange there. So that is the first interference with Doctor Strange and the Defender Strange. Alright, and then we also see Doctor Strange was like, okay, I gotta protect America Chavez, like this huge crazy alien trying to kill her. And he goes to Wanda, and this whole nice beautiful apple scenery they all had, well, it became nonsense because Wanda was like, nope, you think after what happening in Westview, becoming Scarlet Witch, I'm gonna live happily in the house? Screw that. She got the Darkhold, an evil book which has all kinds of evil powers in it, and she basically became evil, and she snapped her fingers, all the reality became black, dark. And Doctor Strange was like, oh yeah, we have Chavez, we have Chavez, without checking stuff. So but he didn't actually tell. He was like, yeah, she's actually Kamatage. So they all went to Kamatage. There was this whole fortress, and then there was and let me just tell you, you always see some pretty shit villains sometimes in the MCU. If we take a look at Dr. Ock, not really good villain, or we can also see Ultron, not really good villain. But when you have like awesome villains, like when you have Thanos, and when you have villains like Wanda, bro, Wanda was an amazing villain. I always had a single part in myself saying that after Westview, somehow Wanda is gonna suddenly grow evil, get their powers and all. I was like, Scarlet Witch, right? Like, she has that much of power. She can't possibly be good, because remember there's a saying, if you're all powerful, you can't be all good. Quoted that from Batman vs Superman. Lex Luthor got it from him. So basically, she is this crazy demon. Not demon, she is just super powerful. She wants to go to another dimension to see her kids, because in this dimension she doesn't have kids. Westview was all this one. Basically, if none of you understand what Westview is, you should go watch WandaVision, because that will explain what Westview is all about. So yeah, watch WandaVision. And then we also look at how America Chavez and Doctor Strange teleport from universe to universe, and then they teleport to this futuristic universe where they introduce to the Illuminati. As you can imagine, we have been heard a lot of Illuminati from the trailers and teasers, but what we really saw in the teasers were, we just saw the sentient robots carrying him, and we can confirm that Professor X is in one of the Illuminatis. So first of all, let's look at who are the Illuminatis. Who are the actual Illuminatis? So in this movie, Doctor Strange from that Earth is dead, because he said that he was trying to defeat Thanos and he died defeating Thanos, which wasn't actually the case. He was actually got the book of Vishanti and he grew too powerful and the Illuminati killed him. So in this universe, the Illuminati is, as you all know, the Illuminati also appeared in the comics, but I think they have a slightly different characters based on this movie. So in this movie, the Illuminati is, we have Captain Carter from her What If, and we have Captain Marvel, we have the Black, we have Captain Carter, we have Reed Richards, Mr. Fantastic, which is played by John Krasinski. I swear to God, I tried my best to stay off the internet, stay off the spoilers, and I just kept seeing him. John Krasinski is gonna be Reed Richards. So yeah, so basically he's Reed Richards, Mr. Fantastic. And then we also have Professor X, as we all know, Captain Marvel, and Carl Mordo. So Carl Mordo basically took over Doctor Strange's spot in this universe, where in this Earth where Doctor Strange is dead because they killed him. And Carl Mordo is like what we all thought Carl Mordo was gonna be, after the first Doctor Strange. Carl Mordo was gonna come back with some vengeance, he's gonna start killing wizards, but none of that happened. This is like a totally separate, different version of Carl Mordo. And yeah, and we also have Kristen Palmer here, who in our universe is basically many universes is Doctor Strange's spouse. Well, here she is one of the scientists at the Baxter Foundation, which is part of the Illuminati, where they held America Chavez and Doctor Strange captive. And here they had the Ultron sentience. If you would go to the What If episode in the Ultron video, in the last episode you can see a few of the sentience of Ultron, so they brought an aspect of that into this movie, which was really cool. So a lot of What If references, so I would suggest you to go and watch the Captain Carter What If, the evil Doctor Strange What If, and the Ultron Sentience, which I'm thinking is the last episode of What If. So go and watch What If. What If's a really good show. They're coming on season 2, so yeah. So other than that, after the Illuminati, we had America Shav. Oh yeah. Before that, backing up, Scarlet Witch, also known as Wanda. She had the dark hole, and in this movie, they introduced a concept of when you use the dark hole, you can walk through Earth, but you have to walk through a body of your doppelganger. So what I mean is, let's say Wanda from our world is a Scarlet Witch, right? But Wanda from the Illuminati world, she is an actual mother with 2 kids, Billy, and I'm not sure what the other kid, but she has the kids. So Wanda from our Earth uses the dark hole to control Wanda from the Illuminati world to go and kill the Illuminati. And can I just say, the Illuminati was so easily killed by Wanda. Like, I can't stress how easy they were killed. It was actually quite embarrassing how easily they were killed. She basically shredded Reed Richards or Mr. Fantastic into like the paper shredder, and then she basically covered, so he consumes the body of the dead Defender Strange body, which he has hidden in the part of the movie. So he uses that body and he becomes this crazy zombie Strange, and the souls of the damned come to attack him because he's not supposed to use a dead body, right? Somehow he controls the souls of the damned, and he goes and fights Wanda, and then somehow it sort of beats him. America Chavez breaks a hole, pushes Wanda into Westview, and Westview they see how Wanda, they show her kids, and her kids are scared because she's actually a witch, or how the actual Wanda looks like. And then she realized the mistakes, blah blah blah, and she was like, I will not leave my legacy as a witch or a monster. And she basically collapsed the whole building upon her. So now apparently America Chavez is training in the Kamatage to become a sorcerer and a wizard, and hopefully we can see a mentor mentee type of situation, like how Tony Stark and Spider-Man, and how America Chavez and Doctor Strange are gonna be. Alright, so that's pretty much it for the movie. The plot was very good. The villain was super duper good. I really love Wanda as a villain. She really played the role of villain really well. I would say could be one of MCU's greatest villain. I would say that. For me, Marvel's greatest villain will always be Doctor Doom. But I would say in the MCU, Wanda, I don't know, it could be maybe the most sickest and badass villain. She was so powerful that she had to kill her own self. That's how pathetic it is. I do have one theory though. When the buildings collapsed on her, we saw a red light. We do not know what the red light means, but what my theory is, she teleported, or she had a shield or like a force field around her. So we never know what might happen. Okay, so now let's talk about the post-credit scene. In the post-credit scene, we see Doctor Strange is approached by the sorceress, which is Ella. So the sorceress is actually one of a characters which was introduced in the comics and is firstly introduced in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and she basically asked Doctor Strange for help, and she said that he had caused an incursion, and this word incursion has been used multiple times throughout this whole movie. So it's really a word you should keep in mind for the next Doctor Strange movie. And she was like, incursion was caused, so she used the sword, opened a rip through reality, and some say it's the dark reality. Some say, I don't know, those are theories. I would say she just ripped a hole in the universe, but she just ripped a hole and Doctor Strange opened up his third eye. My theory is because Evil Strange had a third eye because he used the Darkhold, Doctor Strange had a third eye because of the Darkhold also. So he opened up his third eye and they both jumped in the portal. And that's pretty much it. That is Doctor Strange. What are my hopes and thoughts for it? Doctor Strange, it was a very experimental idea, which I hope, honestly, I really like this type of ideas. I really hope Marvel does it again, because it is a concept. Marvel is always categorized as a safe, family friendly type of characters, and as for me, my favorite character in the whole Marvel is Deadpool. And like Deadpool, there are so many characters which are so hard to introduce into the MCU because of the sole persona of MCU being family friendly. So my thoughts, I really love the MCU being with all these dark elements. It's such a horror and scary, not really a scary movie. I would just say a lot of horrific, not horrific, I would say it's very dark, darker than any usual movie. Like if you compare this to No Way Home, if No Way Home, let's just say it's at a 5% dark, well, this you could say 75% dark. Because, and I would really love to see this kind of concept bring into this, because I know Marvel was like, this is a very experimental concept, let's test it out. For me, I really love it. Some people do not like it, and I see online there's a lot of mixed reviews about the whole movie. I think it's a really good movie, and you guys should definitely go and watch it. But remember, before you watch it, watch WandaVision, watch What If, and watch Infinity War. Yeah, that's pretty much for me, and see y'all in the next one. Peace.